Weather Authority alert day goes into effect first thing tomorrow because we are tracking our next winter storm that moves through. But let's talk about the current conditions out there right now, as it is pretty chilly across the board. Temperatures out in Martinsville, courtesy of our New College Institute Skycam, are right at 22 degrees. Not seeing many wind gusts or sustained winds out there in Southside, but when we look across the map, temperatures across the board ranging from about 15 to 32 degrees. So all of us dealing with below freezing temperatures out there. Some of us, especially in the highlands in the New River Valley, dealing with some of those light and variable winds between about 5 and 10 miles per hour. So there is a little bit of a chill out there, if you will. Roanoke feels like 17 degrees. So does Blacksburg, Wytheville, and Hillsville feel like 13. Hot Springs feeling like -5 degrees. Most of Southside in the Lynchburg area feeling between about 20 and 30. So you'll notice that as you head out the door, there are some light winds out there, maybe feeling a little bit chillier than what you would expect as you check the temperature before you head out the door. We're going to stay in the upper 20s to about the lower 30s through the rest of the morning. By 8 a.m. we're at about 29 degrees. And then once we get into this afternoon, we'll actually warm up a little bit. We're still going to be about 5 to 10 degrees below normal for the time of year, but mostly clear to partly cloudy skies are going to be overhead, with a little bit of warmer air starting to creep into some of the areas, especially across parts of Southside, as we're dealing with this area of high pressure, which is funneling in southerly winds. So that means warmer air and more moist air from out of the south. Then we've also got this area of low pressure to our north, which is trying to combat some of that warmer air that's building in. So that's why we're going to stay cool this afternoon. We've got cooler air, we've got warmer air. They're sort of clashing over the course of the day. So temperatures out there this afternoon right around 40 to 45 degrees, with a real feel between about 35 and 40. Now, once we get into tomorrow morning, we're talking about 24 hours from now. It's 5:48. Once we get to Wednesday morning, right around 5 to 6 a.m., that's when the snow potential really starts to increase in our neck of the woods, as the overall chances for the storm track are basically right on top of us, spanning across parts of the Carolinas, all the way out into St. Louis, and then all the way up north into parts of D.C. and into Baltimore. Now, winter weather alerts are in effect until Thursday at 1 p.m. We have winter weather advisories in place here in purple for Roanoke, Bedford, Lexington, Hillsville, Floyd, Stewart, Rocky Mount, Wytheville, Hot Springs, and then Alta Vista, South Boston, Danville, Martinsville, Lynchburg. Winter storm warning in effect until 1 p.m. on your Thursday. That is new overnight from the National Weather Service. And the reason why we have those advisories and warnings in effect is because we're expecting our next winter storm to come blowing through here first thing tomorrow morning, starting around 2 to 3 a.m. for some of our more western and northern counties like Pocahontas, Greenbrier, with even parts of Bland and Giles. Then once we get to tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. through 1 p.m., we're dealing with some widespread snow coverage all the way into tomorrow night. Now, it does become a little bit more patchy once we get into our Wednesday night, before dissipating and eventually pushing off towards the north and east throughout our Thursday. How much snow could we see? Well, we're anticipating anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow, primarily for parts of the New River Valley, the Highlands, and the Roanoke Valley. I think some of our more eastern counties where we see some of those winter storm warnings in effect, like Lynchburg, South Boston, Danville, Martinsville, you guys could likely see 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 inches of snow in some isolated areas. So gonna be a pretty big weather maker. We've been dealing with winter weather basically all season. It's been a pretty active setup. And as we look ahead to the next couple of days, the dive in the jet stream is going to stay pretty prevalent through Thursday. So all of that snow that falls on our Wednesday is likely going to stick on the ground on Thursday, as temperatures max out right around 28 to 30 degrees for the Roanoke Valley. Then by Friday, mostly clear and sunny skies across the board, especially in Lynchburg, with temperatures right around 38 to 40, 42 degrees. And we'll add some of that melting to occur. The New River Valley gets to 33 with partly cloudy skies on your Friday.